Welcome back to Adventure 82. We're in, well, class as this area is Northallerton, but we're actually in this just outside the village of Whorlton today. We're here to look at Whorlton Castle, which is the first abandoned castle we've done here actually on the channel. And its friend just down the road, which is an abandoned church which has links to the castle, so we'll be looking at that as well. And there may be a bonus abandoned building as well. So I suppose, let's get started. Right, now so this is interview time now. So
oh, no, I don't
yes,
know anything.
Erica's been reading up on this castle. So what have you learnt about this? Right, she's just told me it's a moat and bailey castle.
Mott.
Mott? What's a mott?
I don't know the difference, but it's spelt differently. So.
Okay, well we can see if we look down here.
Oh, it has a bridge. There you go.
There you go.
Lydia knows.
Right, so Lydia will shoot me if I point the camera at her, but apparently a motte and bailey castle
Bridge.
means it has a bridge. Right, so if it's a moat and bailey castle, it has a bridge, and if it's a mott, it has, what, just a permanent path through the moat?
Yeah.
Right, so there we go, that's what the difference is. Erica, though, very pleased it's an abandoned castle.
Yes, I am very pleased it's an abandoned. It's castle and abandoned. Brilliant.
Literally your dream, isn't it?
Yeah, fabulous.
Right, well, let's go and explore then, shall we? I take it from now, is this the only time you're going to be in front of the camera of this video?
Unless I have something to say. Yes.
So probably then.
Yes.
Yes, okay. And just because we can, information was provided by Lydia. She won't give it on camera though. Right. So yeah, back to the explore. You're recording.
Go on.
Right. So bloody blade. Right. So what we're in now is what's the only bit that's still left standing in one piece. This is the gatehouse, or if you can call it one piece. It's a stunning piece of architecture. Even the stone carvings are still in around the doors. You can see this is probably, what, I guess 3 floor, because there's doorways here and then there's doorways above me as well, above that. So I'm guessing this is probably a 3-floor castle. That, I'm guessing, would have been a fireplace. So that would have been your fireplace up there. Got a lovely little window there, and there's a hidden doorway which we can't get into. This, well, I'm guessing this probably would have been one of the toilets, although someone's been using it for a bonfire. Yes, this would have been a toilet as well. You can have the hole. Is Erica comes this way. Blades inside what's now, or what was formerly a toilet. If you look at the bottom on near the floor, you can see where there was a hole. That would have been where the excrement, etc., was taken out. But a stunning thing. Absolutely brilliant. There are some unfortunate carvings in the walls I've seen. Some of them are quite cool. Like, there's got like people have written like their dates and things in like Roman numerals, which isn't so bad. Somebody was here in 2022. Some of these are probably better off not shown. But you can. What I find interesting as well, actually, if you see these recesses here, so these would have had, I'm guessing, metal doors. Wooden doors probably to start with, but at some point metal doors. Because this would have been the recess where the hinge would have gone in. And then you would have had the door that would have shut in front and bolted shut. I'm guessing that's what the hole is. Massive hole here, and the other wall would have been, I'm guessing. But then you may have also had carvings and things in here. The castle's, I think, 11th century in origin, as a lot of the castles are. This is passed down from people even dating back to like going into the well, let's see, Henry VIII was what, 15th, 16th century? So Henry VIII was passed this down to somebody, so this was a very active castle. It ran into ruin if I remember correctly, going into the 1800s. So, but it's nice to see for a change so much of it left. If you saw the video on Richmond Castle, there's quite a lot of that left as well, but not to this extent. Most of it's quite low down, so a lot of it is like outskirts. It's quite nice to see at least one complete, reasonably complete building. Obviously there is no roof, but stunning. And you can see from this how grand it would have been in the day. But right, the rest of the castle is still here to explore. Nowhere near in this kind of state, but we will have a look at that nonetheless.
Lydia!
How'd you get up there?
There's stairs. If you go out that way, there's stairs coming up here.
Wow, Erica, we have to go up the stairs. Erica, you are the camera lady. You have to go up the stairs.
But I don't want to.
Right, so Erica really didn't want to climb the stairs, but you know, in the interest of exploring, ooh, the stairs split.
Yeah.
So, okay, there's a metal caging here, but there's a hole in it. Well, I'm not sure about that one. And then there's another one here.
Really go anywhere?
Let's have a look.
Part of the castle, though.
So that's a higher bit of the castle, look. So me and Erica were down here before.
I said the same thing.
That's pretty awesome. That's a nice view. Through the windows, give you an idea what it would have been like to look up here. I bet the view would have been quite good actually. Right, so hang on a minute, let's have a look. Right, so Lydia, being much lighter than me, and smaller, is up there. So, are you?
Hello.
What we're going to do here is I'm going to pass the camera to you. Yes. And the microphone. Right. And you can talk to people and show them what you can see. You'll still be behind the camera, so they don't have to see you. You can just show them what you can see.
Show them what? Can I not silently show them?
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Go on then. So, this is the rest of the castle. So, all around where we are now, this kind of raised perimeter. There's our entrance there. Where we came in would have all been the castle. But now, that's not the case anymore. So all that's left now is the cellar. That's the only other physical piece of this left.
Very beautiful brickwork though.
It is very pretty brickwork.
Stairs.
So we've got a stairway down, although it looks
Very overgrown.
a bit slippy actually, so I have to be careful where I put my feet. Because stupidly I decided to wear trainers. But have a look down here in the cellar. Let's have a look. It's very overgrown. So someone's been graffitiing this. But what I'm also noticing is, as I come through here, is that there's another stairway there. So I wonder where that goes. Let's have a look. Get rid of some of these leaves. Always like the rustly sound that leaves make when they're dry. Let's have a look. Okay, well, so we can climb up here and you can get actually quite a spectacular view. Look at that. Down there, that's where we came from, that's the doorway. And then I think we might, if I'm careful, be able to get round and into the bit that I thought wasn't reachable. Let's have a look. Right, so this bit isn't accessible from the other side. So let me get down there and I'll be back with you. Right, so we made it down. The reason I went is because you can see here, that's all covered in leaves. There's no way of knowing exactly what was under my feet. So rather than break my neck, I thought I'd come down and then film after. So this is the smallest doorway I think I've ever seen. We'll go through and have a look. So, so this is brought us out the other side. So you can come through. This side's been reinforced with scaffolding. Look at that. This is really quite cool. Even though it's been open to the elements for so long, you can still see how much it still holds on to. You can tell clearly it was a cellar, because like you look at the walls and the kind of dampness. Yeah, you got moss now because it's like open to the elements like you have there. But you can tell that it's got that kind of, even now it's got that kind of musty damp feel you get to an old cellar. Right, so I've got to now go up the world's slipperiest non-steps. And I say non-steps because they're more slope. They've given weight over time. There we go. And then what have we got over here? We've got another doorway there. That's completely overgrown. There's no way I can get in that. That's just plant. There's no way I'm getting in there. But that's awesome. So this was part of the monarchy for a long, long time. Handed down generation to generation. Kind of forgotten about these days. So, as well as having Whorlton Castle I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you also have Whorlton Old Church. Now if I zoom in for you carefully so as to not make you feel ill, you can probably now, there we go, see that road there. Right, so that's the road we parked on. That's where, if we're going to go a bit further down there now on foot, and we'll have a walk down there, and that's where the old church is. And we'll have a look at that. And there's two reasons for that. One is it's part of the old town, the same town that this castle was part of. And the other reason is that there's like a memorial in the church for one of the people who was running the castle from the 1300s, and I think that's a pretty cool thing to have a look at. So we're going to go look at that as well. So, with that said, off to the church. Right. I think I've left my microphone is still turned on. Right, so we're about to leave, and I thought I'd climb up here. There's a stunning piece of the original flooring still left over there. But as I came up to look at what was up here quickly before I left, I noticed this. And from the ground it doesn't look much. But it actually looks like an old bath. So obviously what I can see and you can see aren't the same. But what I'll do is I'll climb across this bit here and I'll go to there. I'll get Erica to pass me the camera and then I'll show you what I can actually see. Right, so there you go. See, look, it's like a bath. If I zoom back out, because Erica's giving me the camera again without putting the zoom back, you can see it looks like an old school bath. You've got like a drainage hole there at the side, but otherwise it looks pretty much like a bath. So I wonder if there was like a little bathroom up here, maybe for the upper classes possibly. There's a hole over there on the side there which I can't get to, but that's pretty cool. I'll take a picture of it for you. But right, like I said, off to the church. Just noticed this on the section where you've got the neat flooring. The bath thing I thought was a bath is over there. I now think that was a sink. I'll tell you why. Because there's remains on this bit here which you can't quite make out. Or you can't film with the camera because too much overgrowth. But the same thing's here. You've got a little drainage thing here. And because you've got the cellar below, which is where we were having a look before, I have a sneaking suspicion this would probably have been the kitchens. So this probably would have been quite a big area, but I think that's what it was, and that would explain the drainage and stuff, like blood and things from animals they cook, throwing the water away and that kind of stuff. And it also makes sense for that over there because they need a sink and things to wash stuff as well. So I think that's probably what it was. But church. Yep, see Whorlton Old Church. So this is the old church and that's an old graveyard. Right, so this is Whorlton Old Church. It has the coolest little wooden sign there. We'll probably get a photograph of that for you. I'll put that in at the end. But this is a pretty cool thing. Now, I didn't know this until I came here. But anybody who knows anything about me, I think I've mentioned it previously. I have a deep appreciation for the people who died in the First, Second World War. That comes from my grandfather being in the military himself in the early part of the 20th century. And the bit we're about to go into now is the Commonwealth War graves. I didn't know this bit was here. But I think it would be good to remember at this point, because as I'm making this, it's the 3rd of November, 2024. So it's only a few days away from Remembrance Sunday. And I think it's just a good time to mention, you know, because it does get lost these days in translation, with the Second World War now being so long ago, knocking on the doors of 90 years, not too far away now, when the war first started. But how many people did actually die and fight for us to still be here doing, whether I'm doing YouTube or whatever it is you're doing with your life. Just good to remember those things, and to remember the people who are still going through war, like the people in Israel and Ukraine. Anyway, back to the church. Right, so I'm back at the castle. You probably already noticed. So why? Well, I may have filmed more footage than anticipated. So, as you've just left the video, I said we're about to go see the church. Pardon me. And I have indeed, because this is Stephen from the future, been and filmed the church. And the bonus thing, which wasn't as interesting as I thought, but do stick around and see that in the other bit. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to half this. So, this half is going to be, or has been, the castle. And then part 2, which will be out on Sunday, will be the church and the bonus bit, basically. So,
Amazing church.
it was a pretty cool church. So, for now, that's the end of the video. Yeah, come back for part 2. Definitely come back for part 2. If you're not sure how you're going to find part 2, you could always be really nice and press the subscribe button. That will help you and me. But otherwise, I'll notification bell. She's got an obsession with notification bells. Right, so yeah, if you want to do that, that would be brilliant. Otherwise, I'll see you on Sunday. Have a nice rest of your week. Yeah, and we'll see you then. But for now, toodaloo. Boom.